Stop here, please.
Yeah. No worries.
Thank you so much.
Take care. No worries. You're welcome.
exactly. Let me give you an example. Let's say you're having kind of a health challenge. Everybody does from time to time. And it's giving you some fear, some anxiety about the future. You might say, today after lunch, I felt kind of afraid because I thought about the medical tests that I have coming up with my doctor. I thought about it for about an hour, and I thought about really all the worst case scenarios. I kind of ruminated on them. I even Googled my symptoms. Now, don't judge yourself. Don't judge your feelings. Don't judge your actions. Just observe them in this way and state them out loud. This is what happened. Now, you can do so using Dan's meditation techniques if you want, or just do it simply like I described it right here. Second, let's analyze the feeling that you had as if you were doing it for somebody else, a close friend. For example, say, look, I'm not a doctor, so I don't know what the outcomes might be. That uncertainty that I feel about this problem is the reason I thought about the worst case scenarios. What was I doing? I was really trying to explore the possibilities so I could manage them emotionally. That's what I was doing. But here's the thing. I found it didn't help at all because I didn't learn anything. In fact, I think it made me feel a little worse. And I wasted a bunch of my time. Now, move on to step 3. Manage the feeling with a positive resolution. For example, say, a much better way for me to deal with this anxiety I have about these medical tests is to say to myself, I don't know what these tests are going to reveal, but I'm going to know soon enough. Now, it's on a long list of uncertain things in the world. There's so many things that I don't know. I'm going to choose to focus on what I do know. And what I do know is that I'm alive and well right now. And I do know that I will not waste the gift that is this moment. I will not waste my time after lunch tomorrow, which can be spent doing generative, creative things, and maybe showing love to other people. Now, don't forget to put the resolution into practice. One good way to do it is to write down your resolution about how you're going to deal with your feelings tomorrow, and then put an alarm on your phone to remind you to actually think about your resolution proactively so your mind doesn't wander in this darker direction. Do this every day for a week, by which I mean every day after dinner, but before you go to bed, do this 15-minute activity. Sometimes it will be the same negative emotions. These are hard to get rid of. Don't kid yourself. This is not a one-day deal. Sometimes there'll be different emotions. That's okay. But stick with the exercise. If you make this a routine, if you stick with this for 3 weeks to a month, I promise you, you're going to be amazed at the level of self-management you attain, because you're going to get better and better at it, like any other skill. Are you going to be perfect? No, of course not. And you will still have negative emotions, which you need to have. But at the same time, as time goes on, you'll be more and more the one in charge, and your happiness will rise.
That's all for this week's episode of How to Build a Happy Life. This episode was produced by Rebecca Rashid and hosted by Arthur Brooks. Editing by AC Valdez, Catherine Wells, and Jillian White. Fact check by Enna Alvarado. Our engineer is Michael Rayfield.
To preserve democracy, one has to believe in it. To believe in democracy, one has to understand it. Where it came from, how it works, what's true, what's not true, what others did before you, how it could be better, how to make a difference. I'm David Frum, a staff writer at The Atlantic. I'm starting a new show where each week I'll dig deep into the big questions people have about our politics and our society. I'll explain progress that the peoples of the democratic world have made together and remind you that the American idea is worth defending. Listen to or watch The David Frum Show, wherever you get your podcasts.